My name's Njuguna. I lead the technology team at Safaricom.
Tell us a little bit about your career journey.
So my career has spanned from a number of areas. Started in a very humble way, connecting people to the internet, using modems and building machines, unbuilding them, upgrading them. Then got to also now start doing more connectivity solutions as I was in school as my part-time job, all the way to web design and coding. Then formally moved into banking, where I started my career in cybersecurity, working on mainframes. Then transitioned from there more towards change development, and that time we were moving to online systems and distributed systems, and really thrived in the banking scene for almost 15 years. Was very happy when in late 2009, early 2010, I left the US, decided to come Kenya. Was hearing great things about connectivity around advancing of technology. Had the pleasure of working in Africa in quite a number of countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, South Sudan, Mauritius, and also in South Africa. I also had a great initial part of supporting the Ethiopia business. I don't see myself as a tech leader. I think I see myself more as a people leader and someone who's helping to drive the industry forward. We first need to realize leadership is, the first calling is about people. And we get it wrong when we think it's about everything else. But for me, it's about people. And my first leadership role, probably about 15 years ago, in senior leadership. And I was quite young and had to deal with the challenges of he's half our age, he's young, he's like this, he's like that. And started to try and mold myself to be the type of leader that I thought people wanted me to be. But it had to go to also looking inward and saying, who am I as a person? And what do I want to stand for?
You mentioned you're more of a people leader and you look at yourself as more of a people leader and not a tech leader. So that touches on my next question about mentorship. What are your thoughts around that?
So from a mentorship perspective, I always say there's a difference between mentorship, coaching, and training. I think at a mentorship level, what's most important is being able to work with someone and open doors for them. But also it's a very deep and personal relationship. And being able to do that with many people is not possible. That's why through initiatives like Techxcelerate, through Decode and others, I'm telling stories and giving other people within the technology space, be it leaders, be it emerging leaders, creating communities like the Safaricom engineering community where peer mentorship can happen.
Still speaking of people and touching on purpose, we switch gears a little bit. Have you ever been involved in any foundation project?
Yeah, so I've been involved in a number. One of the greatest things about Safaricom is our foundations. And when we were celebrating 20 years, I had the opportunity to connect with a children's home. It's called the Precious Virginia Home for children with severe cerebral palsy. Connecting with the team there and what they do, just the passion that they have. And we went there with my team. Through the fund, we were able to donate and do a number of things to help with water projects, a number of things that they wanted, small things. But the foundation was able to build a dormitory for the girls. But also every holiday season, we also visit.
Take a moment for that one because the next question is so 360 out of that line.
Yeah.
But well done. That is really awesome. Now let's get to the real personal space.
Yeah.
What does family mean to you?
Family is everything. I think when you get opportunity to be away with family, it's great. Charity begins at home. You can't be a great mentor out there if you're not offering the mentorship at home. And we have a responsibility to just be part and parcel. And I think if there's anything I would drop everything for, it definitely would be family. And I've also created that space in my teams over the years where we know why we're coming to work, and we also understand that if someone needs to step away to handle something, so also some tough moments at times, to not just have your immediate family, but also recognize in the office, we spend so much time together. that family extends to that.
You mentioned that you made breakfast today. So a little buddy had told me that you love cooking.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite dish to cook?
I didn't find myself cooking by choice. It was a way I would make money in the summer holidays. And my older sister's a chef and her husband, so they gave me a job and moved from sometimes working 40 hours a week to 120 hours, especially in the busy seasons. And so I just had to start to learn, and I started as a dishwasher. By the time I finished, I was a sous chef. So the head chef, my brother-in-law, could go away and leave the whole restaurant with me, from making the menu to managing all the staff, to cooking all sorts of things. But my pastas, I think, are really good, as well as meat dishes.
What activities are you into apart from cooking?
So I'm a sporting fanatic. So anytime I broke my ankle playing rugby in 2000, professional rugby in 2009. That was the end of my rugby professional career. So I still have to go maybe do a bit of touch, watch. But also what's exciting, I think I do like the outdoors, but sometimes I also just want some peace and quiet. And I'll sit at home, maybe play the piano. I've played the piano for years, teaching my kids to do it as well.
Do you have any parting shot? Anything you'd like to add?
I want to just talk to someone who's out there, and maybe you're just feeling like your career is not where you want it to be. Maybe you have some impatience. I'll just say, you know what, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard. Assess yourself every single day. Do an audit. Keep believing in yourself. Don't try to be like someone else. So also don't let anything keep you back. We can't do anything about the past. The past is in the past. Bring the greatness of you out there. And even if people right now have not seen it, eventually, if you're authentic, if you're true, if you're focused, if you're working hard and doing the right thing, you're going to have your big break. And when you get there, don't forget others. Carry others along. Thanks.
I love that. Very inspiring. Thank you.